I'm Jen, and today I have Lee with us, and we're going to talk about the new Ping Women's GLE2 clubs. Thanks for joining us today, Lee.
Today we're going to talk about our newest ladies clubs, and it's the GLE2. And the first thing you'll probably notice, it's got a brand new color scheme.
I like this color.
We're calling it plum or magenta. It's a brand new look for the ladies club. But the great thing about this GLE2 is that it has the same features that our men's club, the G410, has as far as the technology. It has the raised turbulators.
I mean, if you see this in person, I mean, these really, it's a very bumpy top to it. And can you tell us what that does?
What the turbulators actually do is they disrupt the airflow and allow you to swing the club faster with less resistance, with improved aerodynamics. You'll see the same thing on an airplane wing. Next time you're on an airplane, take a look forward of the airplane wing. You're going to see the same raised surfaces, or they're called turbulators, and they allow us to swing the club faster, get more distance.
Very nice.
Another feature with the club is it has the same low back weighting that all the Ping drivers have, and we feel one of the main reasons the Ping drivers have been so successful is that we always feature a very low and deep center of gravity. In other words, we're trying to push as much weight in the club low and back as possible, and what that allows us is the club to remain stable. When you hit a shot out on the toe, when you miss it here, or if you miss it here in the heel, or sometimes you'll catch it high, or sometimes you'll catch it low. With more mass positioned low and back in the club, that acts as an anchor, and it will keep the club stable. So when you hit the ball in the toe, the club is going to twist less, and when it twists less, that means it's transferring energy back to the ball more efficiently.
And I think all of us could appreciate fewer mishits, right?
Right, and you're going to gain, you're going to get greater distance, and you're going to get greater accuracy, because when that club twists, it also adds side spin, which reduces the accuracy.
Yeah, that's another great feature of this club.
Another nice thing is we have the same adjustability as far as the loft with the driver as our G410. So the standard loft on the ladies driver is 11.5 degrees. However, with you can adjust the hosel, and we can add up to 1.5 degrees of loft, or 1 degree of loft, and we can subtract 1.5 degrees of loft, or 1 degree of loft. So we can make this 11.5 driver, up to 13 degrees, or we can make it, stronger lofted down to 10 degrees.
That's a tremendous amount of flexibility in just one club, which is something that, 10 years ago, that was never a possibility or even a consideration. So the flexibility on basically personalizing your equipment these days is remarkable. I know that there's also a lot of shaft options with this new club. Is that correct?
Correct. So the standard flex we call is the light flex, and it's extremely, not only is the shaft light, the club head is lighter. It's a lighter overall package. So the shaft is very lightweight, and then we also offer what we call an ultralight shaft, which is incredibly light. So depending on on your club head speed, your age, or your strength level, you may want to explore some different shafts. And also, there are a lot of ladies that are stronger out there, and they need a stronger shaft than, say, a lady standard shaft. And we offer a soft regular, which is sort of a combination of like a senior flex. It's a stronger lady shaft, and sometimes ladies even play into men's regular or even men's stiff. But there's limitless options as far as the shafts go.
Very cool. Is there anything else that you need to tell us about this particular new club? Do you have any idea what the average yardage gain you guys are seeing on this new driver?
Well, it sort of depends on each golfer. Is a little bit different. But the faster you swing it, the more yardage you're going to pick up. But you're probably going to pick up 3 to 5 yards. But that also relates to fitting. So you want to be fitted for your clubs, and preferably if you get a launch monitor fitting, they can measure your launch angle, your spin rate, and that we'll try some different shafts, we'll try some different loft positions, and there's no doubt that there's more yardage to be found if you get fitted.
What else is in this line? I know I have a few other clubs here that you want to show us.
Well, the GLE is really a whole family of clubs. So there's not only just the driver, there's a set of fairway woods, and we've also got a set of it's a hybrid iron combination. And the neat thing is you can actually design your own combination. So say you really like a 4 hybrid, you got trouble with a 4 iron, you can design your hybrids where you say make this at a 4, 5, 6 hybrid. You can start the irons with a 7 and go through the wedge. Or say you like your 5 iron, you can keep your 5 iron. You can design it. The irons and the hybrids, they're both the same price. So you can kind of create your own mix which fits you the best.
And I want to make sure that is clear. They're the same price. I mean, you can build your set 3 hybrids, 5 irons, 4 hybrids, 4 irons, and your final set price is going to be the same. That is vastly different from most manufacturers when you do a hybrid iron combination. So that's I just want to underscore that particular point you just made. What are some of the selling features on these clubs?
Well, for example, with the irons, and basically it's the same. We've taken the same design technology from the Ping G410 and we've incorporated into the GLE2. If you'll notice, you'll see there's a screw here out on the toe, and that's actually a weighted tungsten weight.
Which is super heavy.
Right, it's very heavy, much more dense than the stainless steel head. And what we do is we actually balance the club out when we're building the club. Say we put an 8-gram tungsten weight on the toe, we actually drop down a matching 8-gram tungsten weight in the club's hosel. So what we gain is heel-toe or barbell anchoring effect. So when you, again, like the woods, when you hit a shot, out on the toe or on the heel or high-low, we want to prevent that club from twisting. So we want to transfer as much energy back to the ball as efficiently as possible.
And keep that club head straight.
Right, and using the heavy, tungsten weighting in the heel and toe, it's allowed us to actually make a club that's a little bit more compact than it has been in the past. This is a little bit smaller than the GLE, which is our original ladies model. However, it's more forgiving because we're using the heavy alloy tungsten in the heel and toe. And it has the same design features, same cavity design as the Ping G410, which has been wildly successful. Same sole features, which make the club super forgiving. Goes through the turf really well. But the most important thing when you're talking about irons is to be fitted for your irons. It's absolutely crucial that you check for your lie angle. What we do is we color code the lie angle. So
how many color codes do you guys have over there at Ping?
There's actually 8 color codes, and each color code represents a degree of lie angle. And when I talk about lie angle, that's the angle that the shaft enters the club. And depending on the golfer's height, depending on the golfer's distance from their hands to the ground, everybody's different. So when you swing the club, ideally you want that sole to be perfectly level at impact. You don't want to be digging the toe, or you don't want to be digging the heel, because that's going to affect direction. Say, for example, if you're catching the toe, if the toe hangs up, the club is going to want to open up and the shot's going to go to the right. You're never going to get the club squared up. The opposite is if the toe's off the ground and you're catching the heel, the club's going to come through, the heel's going to catch, the toe's going to cross over, sort of smother the ball, and you're going to want to hit it left. So this angle is, we adjusted at the Ping factory, and we add a color code to each angle. So make sure you get fitted for these clubs. In all iron sets, that's the number one most important thing, is to get fitted for your irons. It's like a tuxedo or a wedding dress. You need to have them fit properly to play your best.
Excellent advice. Thanks for joining us today, Lee, and thanks you for joining us. If you liked this video, go ahead and give us a like. Better yet, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.